Welcome back. In this lecture, we're looking at learning theories. Now, if we think of human resources departments in large and medium organizations, often personality tests are used, such as the Myers-Briggs type indicator. And these are used to assess a candidate's suitability for a particular role or for an organization. We can also use theories such as the MBTI in the learning environment if we're thinking about how our learners learn, what their preferences are. But certainly MBTI isn't the be-all and end-all. There are some which I'd like to highlight here in this lecture, and you can read further information about these theories in the downloadable sheet which I've prepared for you. The first I'd like to look at, you can see here on this screen, is VARK. VARK stands for Visual, Auditory, Read-Write, and Kinesthetic. Now, what does that mean for us? Visual learners, as you can imagine, prefer the use of visual aids. Now, here we can talk about diagrams. We can use our digital projector with slides, posters. If you're in marketing, we could also use samples. This is our visual learner. Auditory learners, as you can imagine, they learn best through activities such as hearing, questioning, asking, interpreting information. And read-write learners prefer learning through reading and writing, as you can well imagine. Kinesthetic. Now, I'm rather a kinesthetic learner myself. Role plays are fantastic. Tactile, touching, seeing, doing. These are our kinesthetic learners. Now, there is no right or wrong type of learner, nor is there a single type. For example, no single learner is solely audio or solely kinesthetic. So in designing an effective training program, it's best to engage all of the senses in your activities. Let's take a look now at Honey and Mumford and their experiential learning theory. This is a learning style indicator, and it builds on our experiential learning theory from David Kolb. Now let's take a look at the 4 particular learning patterns that Honey and Mumford talk about: activist, reflector, theorist, and pragmatist. Let's take a look at these in slightly closer detail, and of course there's more information available in your downloadables. An activist learns by doing. They are hands-on learners. Activities which might be interesting for an activist-style learner are brainstorming, competitions, and interactive learning opportunities. Now we move to the reflector, a data collector, one who prefers to watch and wait, to watch and learn, who sits on the sidelines observing, reflecting on what's taking place before acting. And here we can see on the screen some activities which are recommended for this learning pattern, including pair discussions and one-on-one coaching. The third pattern we're looking at here is that of the theorist. I've got a little quote here for you. I get the action, but what's the theory behind it? How did we reach this point? Show me the model it's based on. The theorist really gets concepts. They need background information. They love the theories. So here we could integrate into our lessons, stories, statistics, and models. The final pattern we're looking at is that of the pragmatist, one who feels the theory is all good and well, but how can it actually be used? You could be thinking that right now. Okay, I'm getting the learning styles, Jackie, but how do I actually use it? We're going to be doing that as a hint. Activities for a pragmatist include case studies and problem solving. And what we'll be doing here, opportunities to put theories to practice. There are naturally many more learning style models which are available. There are over 20 in fact, but what we must consider when we are looking at any learning model is that learning styles are age dependent and we do change over time. No one has a particular single dominant style. We should consider all of the learning style patterns in the design of our training programs. Additionally, we should give our participants a choice in how they wish to learn. So, as I said, there's further information available in the downloadable resource. So let's move on now to the next lecture.